This video is brought to you by my Patreons. Last week on Nothing Lasts Forever, we went to Bulverde, Texas and took you behind the scenes to the #1 attraction, Tejas Rodeo, the greatest show on dirt, and found out what it took to be a professional bull rider. This week on Nothing Lasts Forever, we're back in Bulverde, Texas. We're going to check out an experimental aerobatic aircraft that's owned by my good friend Mike Beavers. We'll take you to a wine bar where everyone knows your name and find out why nothing comes between you and your Miss Kitty bag. Then we're going to grab some breakfast and take a quick road trip to witness a tribute in the aviation community.
When I used to record my
Well, you were trespassing, and I was minding my own business at my little bitty airport. Okay, so I'm sitting there having a scotch.
To get all the behind the scenes to my channel, become a Patreon today. My name is Lantry. 2020 made me realize that nothing lasts forever, and I was able to find my courage to be brave again. So I packed up my adventure cat, Vina, Agent 009, and went all in on my dream of being a travel vlogger. These are our adventures. Follow us to find new places to visit, hear amazing stories of resilience, or discover new hobbies. I don't know where we're going next, but I know it won't be boring. Please subscribe. Located just outside of San Antonio, Bulverde is an ideal location for aviators. Only $5 per night to tie down or free with fuel purchase. With so much to do and being one of the most popular suburbs just outside of San Antonio, it won't be long before word gets out, so make sure you get a reservation. Now it's time to take a spin around a Harmon rocket, an experimental aerobatic aircraft that's owned by my good friend Mike Beavers, a former Air Force aviator and commercial airline pilot. Mike has logged over 7,500 flying hours in his lifetime and found his true love in flying high-performance airplanes.
Yeah, one of the things that really appeals to me about this airplane is that it's a tail dragger. Original aircraft, including the ones that were in the military, when aviation was in its infancy, I'm trying to honor that tradition in aviation, flying a tail dragger. You earn your living as a tail dragger pilot is when you're landing the aircraft because it's not stable. So that's the challenge for me. And that's one of the things I love about flying is the challenge.
I learned that Mike bought the aircraft from the original owner with only 240 hours on it, and I just had one last question. How much learning would I have to do to be able to fly this airplane?
A lot.
Like how much?
Years.
Years?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like driving like a race car?
Well, it is.
While the dream of flying a high-performance aircraft was squashed, my prayers of finding the perfect handbag were about to be answered. You'll be remiss if you didn't visit the villages of Bulverde, where 80% of the businesses are owned by female artisans. And you must stop in and see Becky at Texas Carpetbaggers, who I refer to as the fairy godmother of custom handbags, and each one is signed, numbered, and dated.
You know, this year we'll probably only make 220, so we're very low production, high qualities. I make a line, they're called legacy bags, so you can send me, it can be clothing, it can be boots, jackets. If it can be sewn, I can work it into a bag. When the ladies come in, if they like the bags that are already made up, that's great, but they might like a certain style, but it's not in the leather, then they can come in here and they just pick a leather, and then the majority of what I do is all custom work. If it has Miss Kitty on it, it's Conceal carry. Solid wood interior bottom, which is just the basis of the functionality of it. A light interior lining so you can see what you're looking for, which is Scotch guarded. On the back, well, you've got big feet for nasty floors. You have the straps that are resistant to sliding because I put suede on them. And then my ladies use this for concealed carry. Paying attention like you're supposed to be doing, right? When you're carrying a handgun, you get to feeling uncomfortable. You grab the wood bottom, you push it against you, which stabilizes the bag. You can get in, you can get out, zip it back up. You cannot be in control of a weapon if you're not in control of the bag that the weapon is in.
After finding the perfect bag, now it's time for some jazz, a glass of vino, and a pizza.
Hi, I'm Dana Tejas. I am the owner of Vine in the Village, which is a wine bar that has a really awesome wine club, and we are known for being the cheers of Bulverde. Also come here if you're not a member. We serve wine by the glass or even by the bottle.
And live jazz 4 nights a week.
We have wine that accommodates all tastes. Of anything from a really sweet sparkling Moscato wine all the way to a Cab Franc, yes, all over the world. Italy, Spain, Australia, and some Texas wines. We have a great food menu. We are known for our pizzas. It is made on a cauliflower crust. It is thin and crispy.
It is a great pizza. Next morning, we were up early to grab some breakfast. The moment you walk into Hatch Market, you'll hear yourself say, "What smells so good in here?" Arrive early because they've earned every single one of their 4.9 star reviews and do sell out of their popular items. I was told if I'm never ever going to have breakfast again in Bulverde that I had to go to Hatch and I must have the quiche, and it did not disappoint. 5 stars. For most people, the sky is the limit, but for those who love aviation, the sky is their home. Jim Flagman Averett, who flew for the U.S. Air Force and then Delta Airlines before retiring, was a Texas-based formation flight instructor who lost his life on November 6th in a mid-air collision. This is how aviation says goodbye to one of their own. Adventuring around Canyon Lake, a true hidden treasure of the Central Texas Hill Country on a 70-foot houseboat. With my good friend Brian Olson, Hays County's most eligible bachelor. Plus, we'll meet Chris Anderson, one of the founders of the Canyon Lake Divers Club, and he's going to give us all the 411 on.
The best place to actually dive is going to be this.
Plus, we'll hear the story behind an award-winning pecan pie.
Yeah, this is literally the best pecan pie.
Mrs. Bush will share with us one of the most amazing stories of resilience I've ever heard.
About 17 years ago, I needed a job. Nobody would hire me.
Plus, I'm going to take you to the River Rose Tavern for the very best seasonal cocktails and food in Canyon Lake.
This is going to be our spice colada. It was dark rum, about 2 ounces, so be careful, we'll sneak up on you. A little cream of coconut, pineapple, lime juice, a little bit of heavy cream, and that's going to be a toasted coconut rum.
This tastes like summer. This seriously, like, I feel like I'm on the boat in the Caribbean.
Oh,
this is
good.
A great cocktail.
That's what, close your eyes, relax. That's what I want.
Yes, now if only there was a man that came with it.
Oh my God, this is the look of happiness. I'm so excited. My top picks for Bulverde, Texas they're finally finished. And I was getting discouraged because I have a friend, I affectionately refer to him as my sensei, that has been teaching me how to edit, and I will send him clips and then he'll send me back notes. And there's a very important scene at the end of this video, and he sent me back a bunch of changes, but he was right and it looks a lot better. I guess that's why he has the film degree and I don't. But the video's done, and I need an adult beverage. But surprise, surprise, if you are one of my Patreons, I uploaded what I felt was acceptable yesterday to the Patreon account. So if you haven't checked your email, it's there, and then you'll be able to compare to see what it looks like in the video.